Nigerians anticipate subsidy palliatives. Tech mobility company NairaXI has introduced a subsidized transit initiative to support commuters in the FCT. The company has unveiled a digitized mass transit system which envisions a future of seamless and enjoyable commuting experiences. Joining us to discuss further, it's Kingsley Eze. He's the CEO of NairaXI, also co-founder, and he joins us now to discuss what a digitized mass transit system looks like. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. So help me out. Maybe I mixed things up here. How does this system work as far as reducing prices for commuters?
Yeah, thank you, Rotus, for having me. Good morning. NairaXI is a mobility tech platform. To the end user, what we offer the end user is access and a great experience when you want to have intermodal form of transportation. So we stratified it into two distinct parts: mass mobility and private mobility. Mass mobility in the sense you have your buses, you have like trains, for example. Private mobility in the sense of your private vehicles and tricycles and the rest of it. So access, you can make your bookings on the app. Experience, we remove the whole clutter that makes public transportation to have this connotation of being for the poor. Do you understand? So, for example, in the terms of payments, you can have contactless payment using the NairaXI transit cards. Access, you could see your bus routes, you can see where the buses are going to be and the rest of it. Then for the operators, what they are getting is a seamless experience, a more profitable business, and for the fact that they can also serve more people using technology.
Okay, great. So the buses are not on. Are we talking about public buses here?
Yeah. You have private operators that have their fleet. You have governments that have buses, and you have other operators that also want to come into the platform with their single buses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because you're obviously not the only player in this space that's doing this, right? Sure. So if I wanted to take a bus ride and use your NairaXI contactless payments card, are the bus system, at least on the public side for public transportation, do they have a relationship with the different? Any player can come in, offer contactless payments, so it's not just one player that it's working with. Others can be. Yeah,
others can be on the platform, but the truth remains that you have to have a unique selling point. What you offer to operators that they can't see elsewhere.
So that's what, lower prices?
Yeah. Apart from lower prices, also access to alternative energies, because we've been able to identify in the ecosystem the different things that make public transportation or transportation in general profitable. So the access to clean energy, for example, the LPG and the CNG conversion kits, we have partners that is the area they play in, because you can't have everything. You want to convert the cars, you want to hire the drivers, you want to manage the buses. So someone can have a fleet, another company converts, and they use tech to digitize the whole process.
So when we talk about digitizing the whole process, it's all on a phone. It's all on a platform where everything can be tracked. Paid for.
Yeah.
Everything's seamless.
Seamless.
Okay, so in terms of profitability, though, it's not just CNG, right? This fuel. This also works on fuel.
Diesel, yeah, sure.
Right. So within a period where fuel subsidies are removed and you've seen a 3x increase in fuel prices, doesn't that impact the profitability, or rather the cost measures for the players in the sector? In that I'm paying more to fuel my car and I'm carrying all these people. Somehow ticket prices, cost of transportation has to go up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
First thing first, for buses, ab initio has always been running on diesel.
Well, diesel's going up now.
Diesel is going up, but diesel has been going up, but the truth is that diesel has been deregulated for
eons. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have that transition where the bus operators, they've already experienced the pain of adjusting their pricing and everything. So that being said, for the private cars, going with your analogy, there's a 3x increase in cost of energy, which is the cost of PMS. But what we are doing to solve that is to have great companies. I don't need to mention names, but there are people coming in with CNG kits. So we just match a driver that is spending, for example, 25,000 every day. You're on Bolt or you're on NairaXI, you are spending this amount. And you have someone that can give you kits for 12 months. And these kits will save you 15,000 naira every day, and you have a payment plan to make.
So that kit essentially converts a fuel guzzling car to a gas guzzling vehicle.
Yeah.
And well, so that cost is now spread out over a year. Because look, what's the cost of converting? Not 200,000 or 300,000 naira?
No, landing cost should be like 450 right now.
450. So that's even higher than the initial amount. Okay, so then that amount is now spread out for the
12
driver.
Yeah, 12 months. And the beauty of what we're doing is we talk to the conversion kits. For example, a supplier has like a container, 5,000 kits coming in.
Yeah.
So price parity for buying in bulk reduces the cost. Then we also talk to people that play in the, can I mention names?
Of course, yeah.
NIPCO.
Hey, this is our rise. We call everybody's names.
NIPCO, Greenview, and other players. And I feel NIPCO and Greenview, they are the ones that are, breaking ground. Greenview will launch their Kaduna gas facility for tricycles. So they also have kits coming. They are giving it to tricycles to also work for cars.
Yeah.
So right now, the energy mix, you have the supplier for the kits, then you have Greenview that owns practical places that you can refuel.
Yeah.
And NIPCO in Abuja.
There's a lot of excitement on the gas conversion. What happens to the players that are still using the dirty fuel? And I mean dirty in an affectionate way. That's what it's called, literally. But do you envision everyone converting, or is there still room for the fuel
if
players?
you go to the UK, people heat their homes with gas.
Yeah.
So there was coal before gas.
Yeah.
But people found a better alternative. It's cheaper, it's cleaner, it's safer.
Yeah.
So what you just want is a situation where the whole fragmented system is more organized. You have great companies that can convert these cars safely, because obviously, while we're excited about the future, you have to also factor in the issue of safety. So you have great companies, great engineers that can convert access to the energy, and Nigeria is abundant, 250 billion TCI of gas, which means we have gas for the next 200 years, 300 for export. So it means that we should be thinking of this transitioning.
We have a new Minister of the FCT, the Honorable Wike, former governor of Rivers State. Are you engaging government on this? Because the government obviously cannot afford to make these conversions on their own. It's really expensive. So what's your role here?
First thing is advocacy. And we've approached the Federal Ministry of Transportation. We also have very great relationship with the FCT administration, the previous one, and we have a proposal on the decks. So truth remains, you have to expect great things coming. Apart from it, the jobs is going to create a greener future. You came to Arise here with your car and it's parked downstairs.
Yeah.
So the idea is just to make sure that people, you want access. You just want to get from point A to point B.
Right.
Safely.
Right.
And that's what the whole project is about.
Real quick, what does a digitized transportation system look like? Is that what we've been talking about, or is there more to it?
Like I said, access, you can get it through your app. Quality assurance, you can make payments seamlessly. You know where the cars are going to be. Why people love the likes of Bolt and Uber is you can request, you know when the driver is coming, you know how much you're paying, you know the driver's number, and everything is seamless.
What about technology that decongests the roads? Because our conversation has been mostly about cars. Waterways, rail, e-tickets.
The whole technology can be scaled to other means. But you can't put the cart before the horse, in the sense that if there's no, for example, in a city like Abuja, there's no waterways there.
Right.
The current rail system is just being revitalized by the Honorable Minister. So you want to see what is working first. So that's why we are focusing on buses and shared taxis.
You got to work with what you have.
Thank you.
Kingsley Eze, co-founder and CEO of NairaXI. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk about digitizing transportation. Appreciate your time.